Tendremos por primera vez una audiencia pública en una ruta hacia la posible legislación de fenómenos aéreos anómalos, no identificados.
Vendrán personajes de todo el mundo. Estará aquí el teniente Ryan Graves.
I received an invitation from Congressman Luna's office in Mexico City, and the purpose was to bring together various pilots to put recommendations forward for how reporting of this should proceed, and to encourage the Mexican Congress to be able to push forward in recognition of this as an aviation safety issue.
Every country has sightings.
Malditos ovnis.
This is something that is global. It permeates every part of society all around the world.
Bam! What is that? Anybody tell me what that is?
Individuals are having these close encounters. So the idea that we could do something like this, hopefully it gives permission, it inspires other countries to do the same, and we're starting to see that.
My expectations for this hearing is simply be able to go in, talk about my experiences, share the lessons learned that we've had in the United States, and to bring awareness to what the pilots are going through. I could see this being a failure if it is dramatized or overindulged on the things that we don't have data to support. This needs to be a very data-focused conversation and discussion, and if the conversation delves into speculation, I believe that could be a problem.
This is important. This is another country taking the initiative and bringing people together in a professional setting and talking about the UFO problem.
Or UAP or FANI are real, observed, and documented by credible sources, yet we know very little about them. Thanks to efforts like today, we are starting to see that change.
You had good people talk, and that spread the information.
Aquí se inicia un parteaguas en la historia.
Then there was this moment, and you saw this unveiling.
That was an unfortunate development.
If you even have a basic understanding of anatomy, it's very clear that these are not real individuals.
What's your thoughts? I don't know. It's all, like I said, I'm still processing it a bit, but yeah, I'll circle back on that one at some point. To surprise the attendees with something that has not been scientifically substantiated in any way, for me, it was almost like I was being pranked in a sense. I just kind of disbelief. I had no indication that that would be brought out in the hearing at that level. And so for me, it was a bit of shock and disbelief and just disappointment all happening at once.
My honest reaction to the alien corpses, the alleged alien corpses, total bullshit. I'm not saying that we don't have biologics, that we don't have bodies, pilots from these craft. I know that to be true, but this was just over the top. It kind of felt like, here we go. Here comes the circus.
Aliens have landed in Mexico.
And I'm out again.
If you've grown up watching movies like E.T., these corpses may look very familiar to you.
Yeah, it looks like E.T. You're right. The alleged alien corpses were found in Peru.
I refuse to believe that A. Steven Spielberg was so close in casting E.T., but also, I am not fearing an alien invasion if they are yay high.
Here we are.
Oh, I love this. There was two of them.
So you always need a spare.
Yeah.
Did we procreate with these things?
Oh, you're saying back in the day somebody boinked an alien.
Slapping cheeks.
Oh, smacking alien cheeks, you're saying.
They've been shown 2 desiccated bodies.
They look like me when I'm hungover. Just It just detracted from the important message that we were looking to accomplish in Mexico. There wasn't much talk of the potential forward momentum on aviation reporting for UAP in Mexico, and that really got drowned out. So for me, that was disappointing. Okay. So you can do it somewhere else, or you cannot do it?
Whatever you want.
Okay, so...
You don't want it?
You want... No.
Okay, you want to do it with him just with him?
Wherever. I can do it with all the media, but I don't want to do it in front of the bodies.
Okay.
I'll do it somewhere
I will
else,
change
but I don't want to do
Just
that.
give me 1 second, please.
You know, it all comes down to having genuine data that can be fact-checked and confirmed by an outside community. And, you know, there is a claim that these were studied by scientists and this and that. I've not seen any evidence that any of this information was peer-reviewed in the least.
I had access to that data 2 years ago. They came to me and asked for my help. And I was intrigued. I think, unfortunately, the way that it was done does not give one the opportunity to go and check the methods. They did it wrong, unfortunately. With the best intention, but they did it wrong.
Pues es la primera vez que realizo algo así. Nos basamos en conocimiento científico y decir que estos seres son orgánicos, estos seres tuvieron vida en algún momento.
None of the bones articulate with one another. They're a mishmash of different human bones from different parts of the body that are all stuck together. And quite unfortunately, they're the result of grave robbers going into ancient burial sites and taking the bones of children to construct these things and sell them and to have them paraded around to a global audience.
Did you see the bodies?
I did. I certainly did.
If you know someone who wants to investigate, just call me.
Okay. The way that hearing was handled for me was a step backwards, because it's a conversation where if you start mixing the incredulous and the unsubstantiated with real pragmatic concerns that pilots and professionals are dealing with, and it minimizes that safety aspect, and it draws the attention to the more inflammatory side. So for me, that's why it's a step backward, and it's those type of actions that I think kind of can slow down that global uptake of reporting on this topic, and that's for me why I was disappointed.
The UFO community is absolutely its worst enemy. And partly because I think a lot of people want to believe, and they'll sometimes look past clearly manipulated documents, films, even fake alien bodies, simply to perpetuate that belief system. And this subject has always been 3 steps forward, 500 steps back.
You're the fucking fake little Mexican UFO baby.
They're doubling down.
No, they're not. Because I want to believe in it so bad. That's the problem. Because it's so fun. You know, the idea of spaceships coming here from another galaxy.
It takes away from legitimate science that's being done with regard to studying this phenomenon. But the more we talk about this, it's important to debate these things. It's important to call BS on a hoax and talk about why it's a hoax and how do we move past this.
But maybe a better way to look at it is in a more positive sense is to say, that's not how it's done. So should anything else come along to be studied, let's do it the right way.
The UFO subject has always been a magnet for sensationalist claims. There are things going on that actually are really bizarre. And if you're a researcher or just a serious student of this, you're often in the position of walking a very fine line. You're going into the depths of the weird. Face it, get used to it. It's the reality.